Hello. So this week was Armistice Day, Veterans Day, and the end of World War One. World War One is significant because it changed the world's sphere from monarchies to democracies. It marked the end of the kings, King Wilhelm from Germany. The English prevailed. Ottoman Empire fell. The Axis, Germany, Austria, Turkey, and maybe Russia, I don't remember, but they fought against the British and the American. It was a turbulent time because Archduke Duke was murdered by Serbian terrorists, which blamed Austria-Hungary, and they had a huge fight. And it marked trench warfare, which was terrible, in the mud, rats, flooding, mass deaths when you charged to different trenches. You'd be gunned down by heavy machine guns. It marked the revolution of weaponry from single bolt musket shots to multi-shotted rifles and machine guns, and the invention of the tank. All marked chemical warfare and deadly destruction, and more than around 15 to 20 million people died. Soldiers died. It was mainly fought in France and Belgium, where the trenches, like 5 million men died that day. And in the mud, just watch, what's it called? The German movie about the war. It's very Western. I don't know, I forgot the name, but I'll put it here. And we must remember our troops. I'm wearing a British dress uniform, which they use these in the 45s and so on. World War One marked the beginning of World War Two. Failed diplomacy, failed League of Nations, which failed to stop war. The UN is failing to stop war now too, and it just creates more mess. And it's like war is a part of humanity, but at the same time, we need to try and curb it out, not just by having drones fighting each other with robots, which doesn't have much of a point. You just waste money on robots, not use men. But technologies advanced usually during wartime. Just think of the Roman Empire when they fell, and World War II brought radar, internet, a computer. But the atom bomb, which frightens everybody with nuclear warfare, it's terrifying, but at the same time necessary for us to remember history. Hitler, the Axis, you got Putin, you got the Iranians, North Korea. But at the same time, not everybody can agree on everything, right? So there's going to be strife and battle. I just wish less bloodshed, but it seems like humanity's going on the right path, I believe. We just need to have good leaders and people that are courageous. They can end wars with a few actions instead of causing many people to die. We must remember the men that have fought for our freedom. And we must remember, too, that history repeats itself. And we must remember, too, that tyrants usually want more control over things. I really don't like the internet, but I used it a lot. I'm kind of addicted to the internet. Pornography, YouTube videos. People didn't have that back then. It was a simpler time. But, at the same time, people have to fight to survive, to get a good wage, buy food, help your family. And I believe those soldiers that fought in the war were trying to do the right thing from both sides. You can't just demonize one side without talking about the other. But it's hard when you talk about Nazis, right? Which concentration camps, human experiments, genocide. War was part of their agenda. Yeah, remember the losses we have. Remember our history. Try to make a difference for the good of humanity. Be a good person. Help someone in need. That's what all I gotta say, really.